Text there.
Fire. He never returned from Phoenix Gate.
I'm sorry.
Clive.
My poor child. You look pale. All this traveling must have taken its toll. I insist you rest. We can talk later. Hmm?
Are you sure you don't want to sleep inside?
I can't. Not after what I did.
Lady Hannah said
Yeah,
she
we're
would
getting some
prepare
bad
a change of
DLSS
clothes
artifacts
for
right
you
here.
morning. She really has been very kind.
There's many depth of field artifacts.
Years of killing.
Yeah, I'm considering just seeing what, like how it looks if I just switch just like native rendering.
Faintest glimmer of hope.
Yeah,
It was only Josh.
I was hoping DLSS quality would let me get
I swore
a good frame
I
rate
would
without
avenge his
giving
death,
up too much, but there's a bit of oddity here.
that I would kill his killer. That was the only thing that gave my life any meaning.
I mean, currently it's hovering around like 90.
Killed Joshua and Murph
Yeah, it's
and all the others.
running faster than Twitch actually lets you
Why
stream
the hell
at.
am
So
I still breathing?
I guess
asked
not dropped below
myself the
60 in a
same.
while. So I might be able to just
When I
render it
thought
natively and see how it goes.
Hundreds died. There were so many bodies. So many lives cut short in their prime. That day in Dalmekia, I wanted to join them. I wanted it all to end. I couldn't bear it anymore. If living meant being that, better to be just another body.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's usually hovering around 9. Like, it's sometimes it goes down to like high 60s.
Do you remember
Which
that
is low-
night on the
like-
balcony?
I'm worried if I stop using DLSS, it won't be able to render. Like, it'll start rendering below 60 at points. Which is where it'll start to feel a little awkward.
You came back to me. The heavens must have a plan for us.
My GPU is a 4080, so that's pretty solid. My CPU was, not so solid. It's,
We should get some rest.
Right.
6700K on this one, I think.
Good night, Clive. Sleep well.
Thank you, Lady Hannah.
Okay.
Perhaps now people will not flee at the sight of me.
You look just like Elwyn did when he was your age.
How did you come to have some of my father's old clothes?
Oh, before Elwyn became Archduke, our families would often summer together. He and Rodney were like brothers. These clothes have been in a wardrobe for years, collecting cobwebs along with everything else.
Well, I'm very grateful for them. And Sorry for depriving you of your memories.
Not at all. It's what your father would have wanted.
They suit you well.
Hey, maybe not everyone will mistake us
Thank
for
you,
Imperials now.
Lady Hannah.
Yes, thank you. You've been most kind.
No, I should thank you. It may only have been for a short while, but seeing you again took me back to happier times. Fare you well, my lord and lady.
And you, Lady Hannah. If we follow the road north, it should take us all the way to Phoenix Gate. Let's go.
Let's see. Okay, if I just turn off super resolution entirely. We're dipping down to like the 40s. It is, it's a little lower than I'd feel. Like just barely. There's something else I'd rather give up to. Okay, we can get rid of the bloom shader for sure. I doubt that is definitely not going to be enough, though. Okay. Texture quality is not... okay, like... Texture quality doesn't really affect speed as much as memory usage, so we can keep... Okay, we are hovering just above 16. Okay. Right around 60. This looks pretty alright. I mean, like... Alright. Like, now, is this better? That's the thing, is like, is the... Okay. Okay, we just switched to DLAA. What does that get us? Okay, that's not really affecting our frame rate. It does look like the aliasing's a little better. Okay, let's try that.
You? Those are Elwyn's. By the flames. You're his firstborn. Clive Rosfield.
You're mistaken.
Oh, you can't fool me, my lord.
Yeah.
You're the very
CPU doesn't
image
seem
of
to be
your
our limiting
father.
factor,
Well,
though.
that would be true even if you weren't wearing his clothes. The self-same garments Hannah was keeping for you, if I'm not mistaken. She always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned. And now that day has come. Why, you'll be able to take your bearers back as well.
My bearers.
I mean, we can at least free them. Or at least... I don't know if we can legally free them, but we can, in essence, free them.
Forgive me, Master Mayor. I was a child when last I came to Eastpool. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you recognized anything at all. Much has changed since Rosaria fell to the Empire.
Like right
Not
here.
least for
Okay,
the
we're falling
bearers
just below 60
who once
here.
served her noble families. When the Ironbloods sacked Rosalith 13 years back, many who lost their masters fled here in search of sanctuary.
And never returned.
Aye. The plan was to send them home once we'd won back the capital. But then the Imperials arrived. Rosaria became a province of Sanbreque. The duchy was dissolved, and they no longer had any home to return to. Back in your father's day, any bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs, and they'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option. So they've been here ever since.
And now you want to give them to me?
They're yours by right, Lord Rosfield. Bequeathed you by your late father. And they'd be better off serving you than hiding here. Indeed, many of them used to serve your house, and still considered the Rosfields their masters.
I'm no one's master. Not anymore. They wouldn't be safe with me.
I understand. You'll forgive an old man his fanciful notions. Been daydreaming.
It definitely does look better with the DLSS off.
Still, I would ask a favor of you. A small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, only that you meet with him. Let him see that Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, my lord. He sits by the well most days, watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
Okay, like, I definitely like this.
As fine a man as my father.
You're not so very different, you know. Especially dressed like that. Come on, let's go and meet that bearer.
Okay, yeah, the artifacts on, like, Jill's chain were definitely from DLSS, because they definitely went away when we turned that off. And, yeah, the, things definitely look a lot sharper with that off now, so that's good. We were hovering just below 60, like, I don't know, we're hovering around 60 FPS. We're usually above or dipping under a little bit. I could drop resolution, but I don't know if that's a trade I want to make.
He's not here.
The optimization is definitely a little iffy.
I've let the mayor down once already. It would be cruel to disappoint him again.
Right, let's ask around. Someone must have seen him.
Ah, it's built on Luminous. Which was... Luminous has always been, like, such an oddly performing engine.
Well now, unfamiliar faces. What brings you to Eastpool, travelers?
We're looking for an elderly bearer. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Ah, you mean the old boy who always waits by the well?
Yes, that's him.
What business do you have with him, if you don't mind me asking? You're not from the capital too, are you?
Yeah, it's like...
In a way.
I could drop to
Well, then it's a pleasure to
1080p,
meet
and
a
then we'd
fellow
probably be able to
Russell.
run at, like, 90 at
Born on
max,
Stone Market
but,
Street. And never would have left if Archduke Elwyn had survived the fire.
Oh no.
It wasn't the same when the Duchess took over, though.
60's
All
fine,
these
especially since I've got a
predictions.
G-Sync monitor.
He's going up and up and up, even as the blight took half the
So-
harvest.
It doesn't look as bad as it does when they're...
Oh, listen to me, telling you what you already know.
It's like
I'm
the...
sorry.
Yeah, so like lowering
I'm
the
afraid I
frame
can't
rate
help you
there
with your
doesn't look
bearer either.
too
Though I
bad.
doubt he'll have gone far. He comes here every day, almost as if he's waiting for something.
We'll keep asking around then. Thank you.
Good day, milady. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a bearer, an elderly fellow who used to serve the Rosfields. Have you seen him?
Ah, that old loon. No, no sign of him today. Funny, he's usually down by the well at this hour, cooking up his fantasy feasts.
I'm sorry?
Oh, he worked in the kitchens at Rosalith Castle back in the day. Still thinks he's there now. You'd often hear the poor
Oh God,
fool
he's
chanting
senile.
away to the Archduke. Living in a dream he is. But better there than here, I suppose. Can't imagine the Viceroy stopping to trade tales with a bearer. Can you?
No.
Anyway, you'll be round here somewhere. Doubt he has the path to stray too far.
Thank you. We'll keep looking.
Hey, hold on a mo. Young Patrick, the chocobo keeper, might know where he is. He's taken the old bird under his wing, so to speak. He'll be in the stables. You should go and have a word with him.
Patrick the Chocobo Keeper. Thank you. We will.
I'm sorry, Jill, for making you do all this in my stead.
It can't be helped if we're to keep up the pretense. Come on, let's head for the stables.
Where the bloody hell's he got to?
Excuse me, but is something the matter?
It's this bearer I've been minding. I take my eyes off him for 1 minute and he disappears. He's not in his usual spot by the well, nor anywhere else in the village.
You must be Patrick.
I am, but
And this bearer you're looking for, he's an elderly man who used to work in the Rosalith Castle kitchens, yes?
that's the fella. How'd you know all this? I've never seen you in Eastpool before, but you seem to know the place better than I do myself. Ah, so that's how it is. Well then, if you're acting under orders of the mayor, you're on about to help me find him. He's been losing what little sense he had left of late, saying the sheriffs are coming to collect him, and that he needs to go back to the castle. I was supposed to watch over him, keep him out of trouble. But if he's walked out on us, there's not a lot I can do.
Understood. You keep searching here, we'll look for him outside.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
I hope he hasn't wandered into trouble.
Let's just concentrate on finding him.
Drink up now, my darling.
Still no sign. Could he have strayed even further?
Like, maybe she only likes one of the little wheat stalks in there. She's just like giving that one water. Oh, no, not this way.